The community charrette on March 27th provided us with an immense amount of feedback and information on Plainfield West that we have been able to use to further our visioning study. Our charrette focused on two key intersections that had been previously identified as potential future TODs, Grant Avenue and Clinton Avenue. During the charrette, citizens from the various neighborhoods in Western Plainfield gave us key insight, opinions, and commentary that helped us progress our planning process and begin to envision lively and dynamic possibilities for the future. The existing land use map demonstrates the features of Plainfield West we took into consideration in our visioning process. The parks, especially Greenbrook, play an important role in this community. Presently, Phase 1 drawings of the Greenbrook Trail have been completed and will soon be out to bid for construction. These paths connect to both Clinton and Grant Avenues. After identifying the other parks throughout the southern side of the tracks, we enhanced the bike loop in Plainfield West to include these additional green spaces. Along with increasing bike paths and ridership in Plainfield West, there are many opportunities at the edges of Greenbrook Park to enhance usage of the park and engage the Plainfield West community. In addition to the parks, other existing land use elements include established residences, community programs, industrial lots, vacant lots, and the two historical train station sites. Our proposals take consideration of the susceptibility to change map, first highlighting sites most immediately susceptible to change in yellow. These sites include vacant lots and buildings that could be developed in the near future and are included in Phase 1 of our proposal. Sites with medium susceptibility to change are highlighted in lighter yellow and include sites currently in use but which we believe could ultimately better service Plainfield with different uses in the future. They are discussed in Phase 2 of our proposal and are considered to be more long-term changes. Our drawings and discussions with the community at the charrette established Clinton Avenue as a primary TOD hub with the possibility of a future Plainfield West train station. Current distances on the Raritan Valley line are among the primary considerations for Clinton Avenue as a TOD. In addition, Dunellen has a very limited parking capacity, which Clinton Avenue could capitalize on. In conjunction with the TOD at Clinton Avenue, the charrette developed Grant Avenue as a community-based amenities and services hub, including retail and recreation. In our proposal, we continue to develop what was initiated at the charrette. Recognizing the potential for a train station and yet the longer time frame this would take, in Phase 1 we have developed Clinton Avenue as an intermodal transit station, connecting to and accommodating pedestrian, bike, jitney, and existing bus routes. This intermodal hub would serve as a placeholder for train service in Plainfield West and begin to develop the density and services required to create a feature station. Recommended Phase 1 land uses surrounding Clinton Avenue include the intermodal station, surrounding mixed-use neighborhood commercial, and new residential. Land uses around the Grant Avenue community hub include recreation, city regional commercial, and new residential. In addition, we identified infill lots on 2nd Street in between Clinton and Grant Avenue, development of which would improve the street and pedestrian conditions, increase safety, and strengthen the adjacent established residences. While building typologies have been developed at both hubs, we will first focus on those on Clinton Avenue. The intermodal hub could incorporate green open plaza surrounding the intersection at West Front Street and Clinton Avenue, surrounded by mixed-use 2/1 and 3/1 buildings. The Mack Truck building becomes a 3/1 loft housing with retail at the bottom and parking in the back adjacent to the rail line. 2/1 units have been placed across the street from the Mack Truck building with parking in the back. 2-story residential units have been designated on Bradford Street, again with parking in the back that can be shared with the 2/1 units on West Front Street. This section shows the transition from the industrial building at the rail line to the mixed use across the street and to the 2-story residential at Bradford Street, with the building height stepping down to accommodate the 1- and 2-story established residences on the other side of Bradford Street. This enlarged section at West Front Street demonstrates the potential for a lively retail environment at the street, with a widened sidewalk across the street from the Mack Truck building to allow for benches and cafe seating. This image reveals the potential for the Mack Truck building to contribute to an animated TOD district while maintaining the industrial characteristic of the neighborhood. In Phase 2 at Clinton Avenue, we consider the prospects of a train station and recognize that both sides of the track would then need to be utilized for the station building and shelters, parking, as well as drop-off and pickup zones. Additional new uses could include 3/1 or 2/1 typologies to further increase density around the station, as well as offices, which could support retail shops and restaurants during the day. Complementing a TOD at Clinton Avenue, we consider Grant Avenue as a community services hub, located conveniently for Plainfield West citizens, as well as with efficient access to Route 22 to bring in additional consumers and visitors from outside Plainfield. This particular lot, located north of the tracks, is the appropriate size for a medium-sized supermarket with the necessary parking. Across the street from the supermarket, additional housing in varying forms can be implemented. While the old Grant Avenue station is also an appropriately sized site for a larger supermarket, it is also a highly viable location for an indoor sports complex that could become both a local and regional destination. Complementing this typology would be smaller retail stores and restaurants across 2nd Avenue, creating a dynamic environment of recreation and entertainment for families, teens, and adults. The pairing of the sports complex and mom and pop, as well as chain stores across the street, could create a neighborhood bustling with activity well into the late evening hours. Phase 2 at Grant Avenue likely sees the Iron Works as a continuing sustained business, which could be complemented by additional light industrial footprints or larger scale commercial and entertainment buildings. Our proposal is meant to provide a comprehensive vision of the possibilities and their alternatives at Clinton and Grant Avenues in the efforts to improve the lives of the residents. In conclusion, we hope that our vision and suggestions provide inspiration for citizens and demonstrate the immense opportunities to strengthen Plainfield West, develop a strong neighborhood economy, and create a lively, safe, and strong community environment.